This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Hello viewers, I am Samia Mohammed with Pulse of Africa News, delivering the news stories and updates from around the continent. Cameroonian President Paul Biya on Wednesday held discussions with Equatorial Guinea's Vice President Teodoro Ngoma Obiang aimed at deepening bilateral cooperation, and the Cameroonian presidency said in a statement. Biya described the meeting as focused on enhancing the strong friendly connections shared by our peoples. Obiang, speaking to reports afterward, praised the legacy hospital of the Cameroonian people and encouraged Cameroonian business to take advantage of investment opportunities in Equatorial Guinea. Obiang arrived in Cameroon on Tuesday for working visit. Cameroon and Equatorial Guinea share long-standing political, economic and cultural ties strengthened by their shared border and cooperation in regional organization. The two countries frequently engaged in dialogue on trade, security and cross-border movement, with both leaders emphasizing stability, economic and integration in Central Africa. South Africa and Japan have signed a memorandum of cooperation on decarbonization, aiming to strengthen collaboration on green energy initiatives. The agreement was signed by South Africa Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition Parks Tao and Minister of Electricity and Energy Dr. Kogushinso Rakamongpa, with Japan's ambassador to South Africa Fumi Shimizu signing on behalf of his government. The partnership focuses on positioning South Africa as a key supplier of green hydrogen and ammonia to Japan, leveraging the country's renewable energy potential alongside Japan's expertise in hydrogen technology. Japan, one of the world's largest economies, has historically been a major trading partner for South Africa. Bilateral trade between the two nations rose from $6.6 billion in 2020 to $11.4 billion in 2022 before declining to $7.5 billion by the end of 2024. The MOC marks a strategic step in both countries' commitment to sustainable energy solution and stronger economic ties.
They shaped history. They inspired generations. They are the notables. Join us as we honor Africa's greatest minds and trailblazers, the notables, celebrating Africa's icons.
The United Kingdom has announced a $27 million package to support South Sudan's health sector, aiming to improve access to healthcare and strengthen emergency preparedness. Speaking at a press conference in Juba on Wednesday, UK Ambassador to South Sudan, David Ashley, said the funding demonstrates Britain's ongoing commitment to the health of South Sudanese citizens, particularly children. Our support for dedicated South Sudanese doctors, nurses and other health professionals means more lives saved, Ashley said, urging the government to prioritize the health of its citizens. He added that while international aid is vital, South Sudan must ensure health remains a top national budget priority. The UK package also includes the recruitment of 8 health technical experts to provide operational support and technical assistance to the Ministry of Health at both state and national levels. These experts will help strengthen emergency preparedness and the country's response to health threats. Since 2017, South Sudan has received $350 million from the Global Fund to fight malaria, tuberculosis and HIV, highlighting ongoing international support for the country's health sector. Seb Fouquet, UK Development Director, said the new funding will enhance primarily healthcare and ensure South Sudan is better equipped to respond to health emergencies, including cholera outbreaks. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and Malaysia's Prime Minister Dato Seri Anwar bin Ibrahim have pledged to deepen cooperation between their countries during high-level talks in Addis Ababa. Abiy highlighted the significance of the reciprocal visit, recalling his official trip to Malaysia last year and noting that the exchange reflects the strengthening partnership between the two nations. The two governments signed several key agreements, including MOUs on tourism and health cooperation, an air service agreement, and cooperation framework between the Kuala Lumpur City Council and the Addis Ababa City Administration. Both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to expanding collaboration across multiple sectors. In related developments, Ethiopia and Malaysia High-Level Business Forum held today in conjunction with the official visit of the Prime Minister of Malaysia that Ethiopia envisioned a partnership which moves far beyond traditional trade dynamics with Malaysia. The forum brought together policymakers, investors, and business leaders from both countries to explore opportunities in manufacturing, agro-processing, technology, infrastructure, logistics, and more. The event is expected to catalyze new investment initiatives and deepen the strategic economic cooperation between Ethiopia and Malaysia. Ethiopia and Malaysia have steadily expanded their diplomatic and economic ties over the past 2 decades, with cooperation accelerating in recent years. Malaysia, one of Southeast Asia's fastest-growing economies, has increasingly engaged African partners as part of its broader strategy to diversify trade, investment, and global partnership. Ethiopia has been key focus due to its strategic location, fast-growing economy, and large consumer market. Ghanaian President John Dramani Mahama has restated his government's commitment to safeguarding the independence of the Bank of Ghana, calling it essential for restoring confidence and strengthening the country's economic fundamentals. Speaking at the International Currency Conference marking the 60th anniversary of the cedi, Mahama said an autonomous and credible central bank is crucial for anchoring inflation expectations, stabilizing the exchange rate, and maintaining investor and market confidence.
A strong and autonomous central bank is essential for anchoring inflation expectations, for maintaining exchange rate stability, for enhancing investor and market confidence, and ensuring long-term policy credibility. This is not a matter of personal preference. It is an economic necessity. A modern currency regime requires not only strong institutions, but also an informed and responsible public.
He commended the Bank of Ghana and the Minister of Finance for prudent monetary and fiscal management, which he said has helped the economy recover from 3 years of turbulence and an IMF support reform program. Mahama noted that inflation is declining, uncertainty has eased, and more businesses are now quoting prices in the local currency instead of the US dollar. The president urged the central bank to intensify public education on proper currency use and called on economic authorities to sustain recent gains. The anniversary celebration comes as the cedi continues to rebound, gaining at least 21% in value as of September. Nigeria's foreign reserves has risen to $46.7 billion as of November 14, 2025, the country's strongest position in 7 years, according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. CBN Governor Oluyemi Cardoso, represented by Deputy Governor for Economic Policy, Dr. Muhammad Abdullahi, announced the milestone at the 20th anniversary of the bank's Monetary Policy Department in Abuja. He said the rise reflects renewed investor confidence, increased oil receipts, and stronger balance of payment inflows. Cardoso noted that the reserves now provide 10.3 months of import cover for goods and services, supported by sustained foreign inflows and growing portfolio investment. He said the improved reserve position has been central to stabilizing the naira, with the gap between the official and bureau de change rates narrowing to under 2%. The currency's recovery has also encouraged foreign investors to return to Nigeria's fixed income and money markets, aided by clear policy direction and tighter monetary conditions. Now to sports news. Moroccan star Ashraf Hakimi has won the CAF Men's Player of the Year award at the 2025 CAF Awards, beating Nigeria's Victor Osimhen and Egypt's Mohamed Salah. The injured right back received the trophy while riding an electric scooter on stage, handed to him by CAF President Patrice Motsepe and FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Hakimi called the award an honor dedicated to young, aspiring footballers. He thanked His Majesty King Mohammed VI for investing in Morocco's sports infrastructure, PSG President Nasser Al-Khelaifi, his teammates, and Moroccan fans, promising to push for an AFCON victory. He also congratulated Yassine Banu for winning CAF's Best Goalkeeper and expressed gratitude to his family, especially his mother and his trainers and therapists for supporting him through injury recovery. President William Ruto has received the Confederation of African Football Presidents Outstanding Achievement Award at the 2025 CAF Awards. The honor was accepted on his behalf by Kenya's ambassador to Morocco, Jessica Kaginka. CAF praised Kenya's commitment to advancing African football through major investments in sports infrastructure and athlete development. CAF President Patrice Motsepe noted that the continent's football growth relies on strong partnership from governments. The award comes after Kenya's successful co-hosting of the 2024 African Nations Championship and continued upgrades to key stadiums including Nyayo Stadium, Kasarani and others. Next, let's check the current weather forecast. Thank you for tuning in to Pulse of Africa News. Stay with us for more important stories from across the continent.